Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and it's a World of Fail. Yes, another one of my failure videos. I did that other one last week, I think it was, and it's proved to be quite popular with you guys, so I thought, do you know what, I'll sneak another one in today. And I've done it in the same format as I did last time, where I've put a decent game on the end. I don't know, again, that seemed to be popular with you guys, but if you'd rather it was just the whole video was fails, then just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, next time I do one, I'll do it fails and then obviously a good one on the end. So here we are. We're on Tundra. It's a tier 8 match. I'm in the tier 7 premium tank destroyer, the T28 concept, and it's a standard battle. And I'm not going to give you a rundown of the stats. It's basically very well armoured. Just briefly, 203mm on the front, and it's got a 105mm gun, but it's not quite as good, I don't think, if I remember rightly, as the one on like the T29. Sorry, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. And obviously the T28 prototype and the T28, the normal one, they both get a 120mm gun, I think, fully upgraded. But this one is a tier lower, and that 105mm gun is more than capable. So I'm going to take up position, covering the hill, and hopefully hiding both of those side sponsons. That's why I'm poking around the corner, hiding one with the body of the tank and hiding the other one with the rock. And I'm just waiting for something to come over, but nothing is. And sometimes impatience gets the better of me, especially when I'm in tank destroyers. There's an M6, take a shot but a miss. Alright, while I'm missing the M6, although I did manage to knock that one in, I'm just going to let you guys know, for those of you on PlayStation 4, I have made a community on the PlayStation 4, if any of you are interested. It's Captain Beardface's What Cabin. It was going to be Captain's Cabin, but that was taken unfortunately, so it's now Captain Beardface's What Cabin, and I shall put the actual name of it written down in the description of this video. The name will maybe subject to change. It was all we could come up with today actually. We sat there for a while trying to think of what to call it, so the name may change, but yeah, it's down there, and basically it's just there for you guys to go on, look for platoon mates for World of Tanks, and also post up pictures of your results and that sort of thing. You can put them on there as well, and just generally have a chat about the game. I've got nothing for my Xbox viewers yet, I'm afraid. I do apologise, but I will work on something possibly to do with the Facebook page, and then everybody can go on that one as well. Now, as you can see, I've got myself into a bit of bother. Now, what I did was I got impatient and I moved forwards, and I did not keep an eye on the map, and that hammer had come up and over the hill and into the cap, and you could see him there on the map, but I just wasn't paying attention. And that's why you should always keep checking your map. Map awareness, it's the key. Well, it's not quite the key, it's not the only key, it's one of several keys. Anyway, next one for you, and this one's a little bit longer. It's on mines, it's in the range, standard battle. I'm in the Centennial, which I've not taken out for a while, and it's a tier 9 match. And I've not got my good crew in it, I don't think. We'll know if Sixth Sense goes off, but if Sixth Sense does not go off, then no, it's not my good crew, it's another crew I was actually training up. I think I'm training them up for the FV215B, if I remember rightly. I think that's what the crew is in it. So no Sixth Sense. In fact, I think the only thing it's got on it is repairs building up. Or it might possibly have track repair and repairs building up, but anyway, basically no skills, and that's what we're getting at. So I'm going to come up onto the hill. I've got good gun depression. I've got to watch that machine gun turret, but put a shot into the AMX as he's running off, but I think it was the Conqueror put one into me. That was quite careless of me there. And I start to think a little better of it, to be honest. and I see on the map that there's a tank creeping round the northern side of the hill, and we have got the tank destroyers on the left on that ridge, but there's 2 of them, so I'm going to come round. I'm going to see if I can do something about them. Now, the AMX M445, I have actually just sold mine. I know a lot of people like it. I know it makes a great support tank. I just didn't get on with it. I don't know what it was about it. I couldn't tell you what it was about it. I just didn't care for it. I had all right games in it, just pretty average, nothing outstanding, nothing. Well, I say nothing particularly terrible. I think I probably did have a couple of very bad games in it, but no, there's nothing, no one thing about the tank that I just don't like. I don't know what it is. It just didn't click with me. But I really want to try the 5100, although I've got a funny feeling that if I didn't like the M445, I might feel the same about that. But I think what I'm going to do is stick some gold on, convert some free XP, get the 5100 and give it a try. Because I do quite like my auto loaders. I think they can be fun. I think they can be very frustrating at times, especially with the lengthy reloading. Sometimes stuff just happens, and you know, you'll think you're safe reloading and somebody will just come charging around the corner that you had no idea was there. They'll come blazing down the street and that's it, you're just dead. Anyway, back to this. That was quite a lucky shot on that Type 61. It was a bit of a snapshot at him, but I did manage to hit him, and I managed to put another one in the side of his turret. I'm quite impressed with myself there. This was one of those times where I was having an unusually good day. You know, where you just feel on the ball, just everything's just working for you. Although I did miss that one on the T44. Oh, and he gets one into my tracks, but it's not too bad. Now, you know, it's been not a particularly bad game so far. You know, it was gearing up as quite a decent match. I've not got the best side armour, but I go into a side scrape off this building. Put one into the T44. Try and get another one into him, but he disappears behind that rock. But yeah, it was, you know, gearing up as quite a decent match, this one. And soon I make a bit of a mistake. I overreach slightly, go a bit too far forwards in the open with no backup. I managed to take out the Jagdpanther, who was on low health, and then I see a 75 and the Ferdinand, and I've got the side of the Ferdinand, so I put a shot into him, and then I start to split my attention slightly because the 1375 puts a shot at me, so I put one back at him into his turret, and I can see the Ferdinand, and I kind of fixate a little bit on the 1375. And that's when I realise that the Ferdinand's looking at me, and he gives me a nasty hit. And then I realise I'm actually really far out in the open, I've really overextended, and now everything's coming at me, and that's when the Conqueror pops up on the hill and puts one into me. But I got a bit too fixated with the 1375 and with moving forwards that actually moved much further out than was safe in the open, and sort of sat there a bit fixated with that 1375. And I'm sure we've all done it. You know, I've done it before. I'll probably do it again, and I'm sure you guys have done it. But yeah, you've got to be careful of target fixation and just being aware of where you are on the map as well. It sounds simple, but yeah, you just got to be careful of where you actually go to and make sure you realise if you're going to be out in the open or without any cover near you, as I didn't in that last match. Anyway, we're on a tier 9 match this time. It's on Great Wall, standard battle, and I'm in the T32. And I'm going to go round the back of the big hill, and there's not as many of us going down here as there normally would be. You know, you probably know when you go on this map, there's normally a good amount of tanks that come around the back and up over the sort of back of the hill, and not as many go into the village. Well, that's the general experience that I have on this map, is that most of the team go this way and a few of us generally go the other way, and depending on what I'm in, depends on which way I go, or again, if there's not many people that come down this way, I will come down this way to back it up, because the other team normally do something very similar. So I am becoming a little bit aware at this point in the game that I am a bit more on my own than I was a few seconds ago. Half of the guys that came down here have actually gone up the hill and encountered one or two, and I'm just thinking, do you know what, I hope they haven't sent a very strong force this way for once. But then, as I round the corner and a few more tanks pop up, I realise I'm just not that lucky, so I'm going to try and put one through the side of the enemy T-32, which I do. Now, I've got a Type 59 in front of me, very bouncy turret, but at this range I might be able to get the commander's hatch, but he pulls back. Go for the T-32 again, nearly kill him, get my gun damaged in return, and then a Jagdpanther 2 comes up and over, very aggressive. There's a light tank coming around on my right, and yep, poor map awareness again. I didn't see there was others coming up over that ridge just behind the tank there, and I left myself open to get completely surrounded and mobbed. And that's all she wrote for me in that round. Right, another one for you, and this is from when I was doing the German crew trainers video, and this is the Panzer T15, and it's a tier 5 match, and it's on Wide Park, and it's an encounter battle. Now I think on the PC, that's if Wide Park's still on the PC, I'm not sure if it's been taken off now, but I know when it was on the PC for a while, it was up to tier 6 only, possibly, I think it was. Something like that, because of the higher tiers just being able to see clear across the map, almost. So it is quite a small map, this one. In fact, I think it is one of the smallest. I could be wrong with the tier 6, it might be in tier 8. Anyway, regardless of that, it's it doesn't mean anything to us console players anyway. We've got it, whether the PC have or not. In fact, there are quite a few maps that the PC have got rid of that we've not had for that long. Pearl River being an example. That's not on the PC anymore. Neither's Dragon Ridge, Severogorsk. I was watching Quickie Baby's videos the other day. But yeah, there's quite a lot of them that we've got. Some of them more recent that they got rid of on the PC for various reasons. In fact, Pearl River was gotten rid of because they just decided that they could not fix it. They put it to the state that we have it in now, and decided it still didn't work. Right, so in fact, I think I mentioned that in another video. This is the time where I came up to the train to do some spotting and realised that I'm not tall enough to see over the carriage. So pop around it instead. There's an AT2 down there. I'm not going to be able to pen him from the side. I'm going to struggle with this Panzer 3-4. Yeah, that sounded a bit funny. Yes, I nearly said 3-5. 3-4. No, need to pull back. Just not quite quick enough. Yep, my mistake there was getting a bit too forward in a tier 5 match, and I get my head popped off for my trouble. You gotta love those turret pops, haven't you? And I think, nope, this isn't the last one. We've got this one and one more after this. This is very bad for my ego, but at least it keeps me grounded. No, I don't mind this. We all have these games where just you do something really, really stupid, or you just get outplayed, or luck and RNG and everything else just conspires against you. But as with everything, you've got to realise when it's you that cocked up and not everybody else, because otherwise you will never ever get any better at this game or any other. Right, so we're on Lakeville anyway. Tier 8 match I think it is, or is it tier 7? I wasn't paying attention. I apologise, that's me because I was rambling on instead. But anyway, standard battle, Lakeville. Not many people are going around the back, and I must be honest, I really don't like going back around that valley. I will if I'm in something with very good gun depression and nobody else has, or that, you know, there's only 1 or 2 tanks going that way. I will go and try and sort of hold them off, because otherwise they'll just sweep through the valley and go straight into your cap, and then they've got the sort of higher ground on you, and they've got some good cover as you're coming back from the town. So I popped into these bushes to try and see across the lake, but they're out of my render range. So I'm going to try and get a bit further out by coming down onto this bit that sticks out down here. Still can't see anything, but they've popped off radar now. Just looking for tracer fire, just in case. And not really noticed anything coming around the back valley, although there we go. There's Churchill over there, so if I put a shot into his side, yeah. I'm going for roughly where the ammo rack is. I don't think I'm going to hit it from this distance, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Now, there's a Death Toaster over there somewhere, I think, around there. But if he was, he's moved, but he's probably somewhere else entirely. And I've noticed that light tank coming steaming straight through the town. You see him over on that eastern side, and it's an ELC. Now, they can be a little bugger, and yes, as I retreat back to try and get a better position, I'm concentrating so much on telling people about the ELC or keeping an eye on him that I drown myself. Fantastic. Not one of my finest or proudest moments. Right, this one is the last of the fails. And again, it was gearing up to be a pretty decent match. But as we know, things can go wrong very, very quickly. And again, I'd like to blame several things, but there was nobody to blame for this one but me, and me alone. Right, so I'm in the Motherland, tier 8 premium Russian medium. Quite a nice little tank, and I do like it a lot. It's not the fastest or the most manoeuvrable, but it's you know, it's fast enough when it gets going. It's got very good armour on the front though, 120mm, and I think it's 180 on the front of the turret. The gun works, you know, carry some premium ammunition. The gun works. I think if I did have a complaint about the Motherland, it would probably be that it doesn't carry much ammunition, and I have been in a situation where I've just about run out of ammo in a match. I was having a very, very good match, but yeah, I just about ran. In fact, I think all I did have left was a couple of high explosive, and that was it. So it's an encounter, and did I say Ron Runeberg? Well, I have now, Ron Runeberg, and it's an encounter, and I've come down to the centre of the town because not many people have, and I was hoping that I'd have a few followers coming down here, but again, painfully aware that I'm on my own. And the Liberté manages to put one straight through the front of my tank, and I'm not quite sure how or where, because these are very tough from the front. They are very well angled, and at that distance the angle on the lower plate is very steep, so I'm surprised. The only thing I can think of is that because he's close and he's tall, it lessens the angle on the front of the hull, and he probably put it through there. But I've got myself in a better position. I'm now starting to bounce shots, so I'm going to work on this hammer, keep moving backwards and forwards, because one of the easiest places to pen a Motherland from the front is just next to the gun on the left hand side of its turret, so with the right hand side as you're looking at it. It's still not easy to pen it there, but it's probably one of the easiest places to try when you're tackling them from the front and they're angled. So I'm going to keep moving back and forward and stop them from getting that shot. I'm trying to... I wasn't actually going for the ammo rack. I'm just trying to put them into that Tiger to get rid of him. Well, the hammer, should I say. Same difference. And then I can concentrate on the Tiger 2 a bit more. You've got to try and reduce the number of guns shooting back at you in a situation like this. And it's going to take me longer to get rid of the Tiger because of where it's dug in. So that's... yeah, the Tiger 2, sorry, so that's why I took the hammer out first. Now, that was a bit of a snapshot, and I was lucky it went where I was aiming. Just into the side of the Tiger there. The Jagdpanther, I was expecting to come back round the corner. And I'm a bit disappointed at this point that I didn't actually manage to just track him and keep him there. I would imagine it probably burnt a repair kit. And this is when I start backing up away from the Tiger and not paying attention to where I'm going again, and reverse straight out in front of an Oni. which is definitely not good for your health. But again, nobody to blame but me, and I really should listen to my own advice and look where I'm going more when I'm driving. But these things happen, and it provides you guys with a good laugh. Right, so here we are for the good game of the video, and again, if you'd rather have left the good game off the end, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll stick to this format and give you the sort of fails and then a decent game at the end. So I'm in a tier 3 match, I think it is. I'm in the Su-76i on Ardennes, and it's a standard battle. And the Su-76i is my SEAL Club, crew training tank of choice. It's got a 76mm gun, quite a decent 76mm gun, definitely for down here. 86mm of penetration with 110 damage, that's only your standard rounds. Just under 14 rounds a minute at 13.95. Not particularly accurate though at 0.44, but aiming time again is a little on the long side actually at 2.1 seconds. Decent traverse at 40 degrees. Again, nothing, not stunning, but not terrible. Quite average. Well, no, not average. I think that's a little unfair. It's on the top side, so it's towards the better side of average. 300 meter view range, which is a bit low even for tier 3, to be honest. But it's got 60mm of armour on the front, 50 on the back, and 30 on the sides. So you don't want to let anything get around the side of you. Around the back, you can still bounce a few shots here and there. And at the front, especially at medium to long range, in tier 3, the only thing you generally have to be careful of is other tank destroyers like that GMC one, is it, I think? Can't remember, tier 3 American one. That one in front of me. Good lad, that was fantastic timing. Yes, you've got to be careful of them, other Su-76Is, the FCM-36 Pak 40, you've got to be very careful of those. They have a very nasty gun. But general tanks, especially at medium range, you can bounce a lot of the things that you'll meet at tier 3. And this will never see higher than tier 4 either. It's got preferential matchmaking, but it does make it a really good crew trainer, and I'm actually training up my KV2 crew. I want to get them back. I did have quite a decent KV2 crew originally, and then I sold it. They went into something else, and I'm trying to train them up again now. Or train up a new one, should I say. So I managed to claim one victim, and another one got stolen out from under me. No, not really bothered. It's, you get a lot of XP for doing more damage. You do get XP for killing something, but you get more for damaging. I think we've been through this before, so yeah, can't even speak English now. Kill stealing is a non-issue in my book anyway. We've got a little Panzer II down here, and the first one, by luck, tracked him. I'd like to say it was skill again, but it wasn't, it was by luck. And I knew I was quite safe, and he was going to bounce off me all day long, so I just sat there and took it. Right, now this long street is like a shooting gallery for something like this. And I'm just going to sit down this end, comfortable in the knowledge that I'm just going to bounce their shots, and I'm just going to pick them off at my leisure. T1E6 there. He's got no hope. He can barely hit me, the poor guy. Those auto-loading guns like that are not very accurate when you get to medium range. Well, anything but up close, really. It's sort of more of a spray and pray type of gun. I do like them. They are fantastic fun when you're zipping around a city and just pop out on somebody and empty a clip into them. And then drive away cackling with glee as you leave burning wreckage in your wake. Stuff like that is quite fun. But it's not very good, like I say, if you're at any kind of range. Right. Well, all we've got left now is a 3 enemy arty. And if I was one of the 3 enemy arty, I would be slightly concerned by now. And probably scuttling off to hide somewhere. Although I don't play my arty very often, I must go back in it. I've got the L'FFFFFF and the which is the tier 5 French premium one, and the other tier 5 French artillery, the proper French artillery. thought I'd give them a go because I like the accuracy of them. Managed to take out the Sexton. They have a nasty rate of fire on them. And by that I mean very good. It's nasty for anybody coming up against them. And here come the other two arties trying to defend themselves. Good lad. Now this one just keeps bouncing. There's quite a tough bit of armour at the bottom in between the front of the tracks. And every shot I fired at it just seemed to hit it there. Even though I was aiming up slightly. And there's the last one. And I just managed to get a shell in there and finish off my 7th kill. There you go, not a bad little round. 3,398 XP. Obviously you get, I think it's a 60% XP bonus. I got my mastery badge out of it, a sniper and a top gun, and 1153 damage done, which isn't too bad. Like I said, not brilliant, but not too bad. I think I've my record for kills in that I think is 9 so far. But I will definitely take that. It's always nice when you get a match like that when you try and train up a crew. Anyway, as always, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's video. I hope you've had a laugh, and I hope you've been entertained. And I'll be back tomorrow with... well, I don't know what I'm going to be back tomorrow with. I'll be back tomorrow with some sort of video, and I've finally ordered Battlefield, so that should be in a couple of days, and I think I shall put a video up on that on Friday. But anyway, as for now, take care out there, and I will catch you next time. See you later.